So, you're thinking about buying or you already own an Aston Martin. Congratulations, Aston Martin owners are the best. They always give you a thumbs up when you see them out on the road, unlike other marquee brands. Porsche. And you're probably really excited to rush out there and book your car in for all of the latest and greatest modifications. But having owned this car for 2 years now, I've compiled a list of 5 essential purchases, 2 of which are low-cost, plug-and-play alternatives to 2 popular modifications that everybody makes on their Astons. And I always say with these cars, hope for the best, but be prepared financially for the worst if something was to crop up. And these 2 low-cost alternatives might just mean you've got a little bit of a buffer there should your Aston throw you an unexpected bill. And number 1 is an essential and cheap plug-and-play exhaust modification, a CTech Charger Bluetooth switch. Now the truth is, these cars from standard, the exhaust system is rather muted. My first drive home in my dream V12 Aston Martin, I was disappointed with the sound that was coming from this car. I'm sure this is because of the understated, classy nature of an Aston Martin. But if you want to be driving around in a fast car that makes no noise, go and buy yourself a Tesla. Now I am not mechanically minded whatsoever, but even I was able to fit this thing very easily. It's just simply a case of popping out a fuse in the boot and then fitting the fuse that comes with this kit. Now there are loads of people who just pull out that fuse with no money at all and just have the car permanently in the loud mode. However, there are times it's handy whilst driving along to be able to click that button and then close that exhaust flap. Say if you've got a sleeping child in the car, or you're overtaking a horse on a country lane, and even with one of these devices fitted, it's not raucously loud. So you may still want to remove your secondary cat or make further exhaust modifications later. But I would urge you to give one of these a try first for £80, £90, something you can do yourself. I'd say it's an essential purchase. And I'll put a link in the description below to the website CTech Charger where you can get yourself one of these. Number 2 is tyres. Unfortunately, there's no low-cost alternative here. If your car doesn't have Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss on, get them on as quickly as possible. From standard, these Astons came with Bridgestones, which, in fairness, it's because tyre technology has evolved a lot over the last 15 years. And those Bridgestones are rubbish. I told you I was disappointed with the sound that this car makes from standard. It's the same with those tyres. The Bridgestones were breaking traction every time I took the car out. And I would not even want to drive around my car fast. I've often got children in the car with me. But the Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss really, trust me, transform this car and enable you to get the power down and make the driving experience so much more enjoyable. The cost for a full set on my car with the sports pack wheels was around £1,000. But I highly recommend you put these on your Aston. Number 3 is a cheap plug-and-play Bluetooth device. Now, I'm not breaking any news here by saying that the infotainment systems on these Aston Martins is, let's say, dated at best. It's got a CD player radio, and then you've got the old, prehistoric Volvo sat-nav unit. And I did so want to get one of those wonderful updated infotainment systems that Aston Installations and Phoenix and Basingstoke fit on these cars, which gives you Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. They look wonderful. And I bought one of these just to tie me over so I could keep some money aside just in case I was to get some unexpected maintenance bills. And unexpected maintenance bills I did get. So I was really happy that I actually held that money back. And this little device, in fairness to it, it has tied me over and given me the connectivity to my phone that I needed. I can listen to Spotify and use other phone functions, and it connects really well to the car. It's not without its faults. It only sometimes lets me skip tracks forward and backwards using the controls on the car itself or the steering wheel. However, it's something you can buy for not much money and connect to yourself. I highly recommend it. You will need one with a Land Rover Jaguar connection cable, and then it's just simply a case of plugging it into the little slot underneath the armrest here. But I do still want one of those fancy pants infotainment upgrades. Now, number 4 is a child seat. Now, I won't spend much time talking about this because I appreciate there's not many people out there who use their DB9 as a DadB9. However, if you have children or grandchildren and you want to take them out in your Aston Martin, these folding travel 5-point harness child seats are the absolute best for these 2+2 Aston Martins. And this is actually what the Dadcars channel is all about, using exciting cars to make memories with your children. So if you're a dad or a granddad, you've found the right channel. Check out all of the other exciting videos that I've got on the Dadcars channel. And finally, number 5, a purchase which is absolutely essential for any Aston Martin owner. a CTech Charger. Now trust me, even if, like me, you use your Aston Martin as your true daily, don't be an idiot and think you don't need a trickle charger. After about 6 months of daily driving my wonderful Aston Martin, I went on holiday for a week. And then when I came back, the car wouldn't start. The reason being, I think, that there's so many modules in this car. I think there's 13 different modules and they all need a constant power supply from the battery. I like to think of these 13 modules as stroppy little toddlers. If they don't have a constant voltage at all times, they throw a right hissy fit. And the cost of taking your car to a dealer to have some form of module or electrical reset will likely be the same, if not more, than the cost to just buy one of these trickle chargers. Fortunately, Aston Martin must have known this. So they designed the car so that you could keep it on trickle charge really easily. What you do is you just open up the boot and in the back there's a cigarette lighter port, which is designed for you to keep your car on trickle charge. Now that means that you will also need to purchase a CTech cigarette lighter adapter as well. And also, if like me, your car is not parked directly next to a power socket, you may need to get yourself a CTech extension connector as well. And I'll put a link in the description below to the CTech charger, the extension lead, and the cigarette lighter adapter as well. My advice would be, if you know you're not going to drive your Aston for any more than 3 days, pop it on trickle charge. Trust me, you'll thank me. So I have put links in the description below to all of the items that I have mentioned. If you use my Amazon affiliate link, it won't cost you any extra at all, but you'll get the satisfaction of knowing that a couple of quid, instead of going into Jeff Bezos's pocket, it's gone to Dadcars so I can make more videos like this, which are hopefully helpful. If you can think of any other essential Aston Martin purchases, what did I miss off this list? Let us know in the comments below. And why not check out the video I recently did when this car threw me a massive maintenance bill, or check out some of the other Aston Martins I've done full Dadcars reviews on. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.